So you guys clicked on this video to get the best settings for Modern Warfare 3 and the best graphic settings to improve your frames per second. Well, you came to the right place because that's exactly what we're going to do. Hopping over to our settings here, I'm level 55. I do have a good amount of time played in the game so far. 1 day and 11 hours into the game. Done a lot of tweaking to my settings, so I do have a pretty good idea of how to traverse this game. So we'll start going over controller settings. We'll just go down the list and go through every single set of settings that I have here. Bumper ping off, I have my layout set to tactical, and I just have these swapped right here. This allows me to jump with my back button in a better position, basically on the back of my controller. The little paddles in the back. I don't flip my L2 or an R2 at all. I have a stick layout preset set to default, controller vibration off, and I have it turned all the way down, just in case. Trigger effect off, you just don't want this on at all. And right here, you can see your dead zones, and you can see how your analog sticks on your controller, the left and right stick, are actually running at that exact moment. You can see the input that they are giving to the game. And on the left stick, I have my dead zone set right here to 70 is max, so basically I can sprint faster. I can get to my max faster. On my right stick, I don't go all the way, but I go pretty high at the top. I go to 95. And I don't have my mins set on my right stick because this is my aiming stick. I always have my hand on here, so I don't have any issues with stick drift at all. On the left stick, I have it set to 2 just because of the off chance that it is off a little bit. It's usually off by like 1 maybe. Having it set to 2, it gives me a consistent reaction while playing. On the right stick, I don't do it because I want to have that full control and I want to have fast reflexes when playing the game. Moving over to aiming, I am running 7.7 cents. My ADS sensitivity multiplier is set to 0.5. Sensitivity multiplier here is just set to all ones. Vertical axis aim is all standard. I wouldn't touch that. Attack stance sensitivity is 1.0. I should probably turn this down because this is a big issue with me. So I'm going to turn this down to a 0.7. That's a good happy medium. Aim response curve type, I have it set to dynamic 100% for the 1.0 for the scale. All these are all basically the same. I did set it to Black Ops. I've been going back and forth between Black Ops and default. I set it to Black Ops state and it felt pretty good. There's not a major difference, I'm pretty sure. I saw a thread on Twitter that there's no difference actually between the two, so I'm not entirely sure if those are real or not. Going over here to gameplay, I have automatic tag sprint on, and this is because I don't want my thumb to hurt. I don't want my thumbs falling off this game because you're already doing a lot of sliding, so I'm trying not to hurt myself with tag sprinting as well. Auto move forward is off. Single tap run is how I tag sprint. Basically just move my analog forward and I sprint. All these off. Slide only. Basically this setting is big. So in the old way, you could tap the slide and hold the dive, and if you do that, the game is waiting for if you're going to hold it or if you're just going to be tapping it. And if you just do slide only, it disables dive completely and therefore allows it to immediately slide, so you're not waiting a few more milliseconds register the slide. Underwater, you want to do plunging free. I thought that changed it from Modern Warfare 2, but I guess it did not. Parachute plane only. I didn't even touch these at all, but sprinting door bash you want on. Slide cancel sprint. I have seen something on Twitter that says that this will make the bug on tag sprinting after you slide cancel go away. I tried it and it felt worse, so I left it on. And I think all these settings are pretty default right here. All right, moving on to graphics, and the graphics settings are pretty key for getting the best frames you could possibly get. Full screen exclusive. I have my monitor right here, my display adapter. My screen refresh rate is to the max refresh rate I can. I have 144 hertz monitor, so that's what I have. A 1440p monitor, so I have that set there. Automatic. It always goes back to automatic for some reason. I don't know why it never changes. Eco mode preset. This one's pretty big. This will help your device stay cooler while in the menu. I turned it on because it's supposed to help out with your graphics card. I did that to help my computer not heat up and overheat too much. Right here, I basically just have 30 FPS set if I'm out of frame. Basically, if I click off of the game menu, I have it set to 60, and my gameplay custom frame rate is limited to 240. You're never gonna hit 240. At least I'm not gonna hit 240. Apply those. Graphic preset. I set a custom one. I always go to low. I based off of low and I go around changing, but you make sure render resolution is proper. So 100 of 2560 by 1440. That means that I'm maxing out my monitor. Dynamic resolution, you want this off. Fidelity cast, I run this at 100%, and this allows you to see other players better. VRAM scale, I have it set. You see the bottom right here, estimated VRAM usage. You don't want to max that out. So if you want that to be pretty close to maxing out, you obviously don't want your estimated VRAM usage to be over what your target is, but you don't want it to be 100%. So you don't want your target line right there to be all the way to the right and you're using none, because that will lead to more lagging and weird things happening, because basically the memory is getting refreshed and using all of it instead of just a small chunk where it can cache stuff for later use. Variable rate shading, I haven't seen this being an issue, so I have it on still. Low, 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 low. Bold impacts on and persisting effects, so you can see, it helps with seeing things in game that you want to see. Shader quality low. On-demand texture streaming, I have it on. I'm not entirely sure if it's that bad or not. It's just downloading textures from the internet. Low, local texture streaming quality. Low, low, low. I have this on high because this allows you to see your camos better, but you have to have this on high as well if you want to see your camos better. But this just makes small things look better in the game. I think that are worth it. Train memory basically allows the memory size for for distant terrain textures, and this is stored locally, so it's a good one to have as at the max. Low, 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 and low. I have my FOV set to 100, and this is good for, because when you ADS, you are a little closer to target unless you're on 120. 120 might be better for Warzone, but for multiplayer, I like to have around 100. A lot of pros keep it between 100 and 105. ADS field of view as effective basically means you don't zoom in with the gun when you ADS, allowing for you to have less visual recoil. You can see on the left here how you are farther back, and on the right, you are actually zoomed in far. That will produce way more visual recoil than before. 90 and wide, world motion blur off, film grain, low, all this stuff basically set to either low. Inverted flashbang, this makes it screen black instead of white. I see this helping my eyes, especially when you're getting flashed over and over in this game. Going over to audio settings, basic right here. This setting right here, it basically means if you get concussed or flashed, it doesn't, destroy your ears. Classic hit markers, because they're amazing, and I love this. I love the sound of them. Interface, there's a lot of cool things in here actually. Color customization is one of them. So basically, they give you the generic colors here, but you can apply a custom color. So I went in and applied a custom color, and I made the blue a darker blue and a brighter blue, more saturated, and I did this with every single color. That's why my red's a little more vibrant and my green's a little more vibrant, basically making the colors stand out a little bit more. I ran color filter 2 with the world color intensity on 85 and an interface color intensity all the way up. This will make your gameplay look a lot better. My heads up display, I have it set just a little inward, not all the way, but just a little inward. I run a square mini map, and I have mini map rotation on, so I always can, tell where I'm at according to the mini map. Horizontal compass is on up top, crosshairs are off, but I do run the center dot, because you'd be a psychopath if you didn't run the center dot. Hit marker visuals on, damage-based hit markers on as well. And up at the top, I just have FPS latency in my GPU temperature, just for reference. And that's the easiest way to get the most frames per second you can in this game, and some of the best settings for the game so far on controller. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Drop a like and subscribe, and be sure to share this with a friend, because I know they will want that. And if you want the top 5 best loadouts for the game right now, I'll have the YouTube video on screen right now. Go check it out, and hope you guys all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys, appreciate you.